Hello, my name is Stephanie Enriquez, and today I'd like to talk about a company that I would like to start up, and it would be called A Study Haven. We would be a haven for those college students that have nowhere to go and nobody to turn to. Who am I? Once again, my name is Stephanie Enriquez, and I am a senior at the University of Central Florida. I'm currently pursuing a bachelor's in integrated business and a bachelor's in computer science, hoping to graduate this December. Woo! So throughout my college career, I have not met a lot of students who have experienced homelessness, but I have met a handful, and you can really see how much they're struggling. It really shows on their face. As much as they don't say it, you can see how much they're struggling due to their lack of resources and really wondering, where am I going to be sleeping tonight? The problem at hand that I would like to discuss is the rise in homelessness in college students. It's said that about 14% of students who attend 2 and 4 year colleges experience homelessness. You typically would never know because those are the type of students that are really strong and they don't want to go and say, I need help. Can you help me with this? I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I, I'm confused. I don't know where to go. So these students typically lack resources and they again are very reserved. They don't want to talk about their issue, and it's understandable. A lot of us out there have issues that we do not want to talk about. So during COVID, this went up significantly because colleges closed down, everything went online. These students really had nowhere to go because those resources that they use on campus became shut down. So the customer that I'm seeking to help would be any college student, typically between the ages of 18 and 24, who is unable to provide for themselves financially. We all know that rent and everything is becoming more and more expensive, and even working minimum wage isn't enough to really care for yourself in this world. You can't pay for college tuition, you can't pay for housing, food, everything like that. Even if you're working full time and going to school full time, it just becomes very overwhelming, and it shows in their work performance and their school performance. Again, the majority of these students are very reserved about the issue, so it's difficult for them to reach out to counselors and even their friends about help. There are a few alternative resources that I have been able to find. Typically, there are colleges that have resources called student care services, and this is where students go when they need help with anything, any personal problems, mental health problems, anything like that. But they do typically have waivers where they will waive for homeless students, if they're eligible, but eligibility is determined by the student account services, and there are typically issues with that. Just like when you're applying for the FAFSA, there are very hard requirements to really pass. Homeless shelters are also an alternative, but they are typically packed and far away from campus. So my solution would be to propose a dorming for those students who have no houses. Eligibility would be through an application similar to one when you're applying for a dorm, and obviously through the FAFSA, all that stuff. This is sketches of what it would look like. It typically looks like a typical dorm room. You have the dorm room inside that you're sharing with somebody, a computer room, and counselors for them to really to talk about their issues and everything that they need help with. Because most of these students don't have family or people to turn to, so they are not ready for the real world, which is what I want to fix.